Every perception has its own depth. The quality of life has been questioned, and many writers have given their own preview of it. Life can be a comedy or a tragedy or a mixture of many emotions. When I thought about the selfish world where people cannot distinguish between materialism and nature, sincerity and treason, a real friend and a traitor, I decided to pen down another drama, and this time a romantic comedy as you like it. To the character of Jacques, I tried to bring out my interpretation of the seven stages of a man's life, the seven ages of man. Duke Senior has been banished by his brother, Duke Frederick, and now lives in the forest of Arden with his noblemen. At the same time, somewhere else, a young, handsome Orlando also flees from his brother Oliver, who plans to kill him, and reaches the forest where Duke Senior and his band of outlawed friends live. He is happy to be away from the mechanization of the court's life. Wandering in the forest, Orlando, tired and hungry, desperate to find food, barges into the Duke's camp and rudely demands them not to eat food until they give him food. Duke Senior calms him when he realizes that he is his friend's son and invites him to his company. But Orlando is wild with hunger and accepts maybe it is the surroundings that made him so. We too are often influenced by surroundings. Misery seems a universal experience. This inspires Jacques to deliver the play's most important speech, The Seven Stages of a Man's Life.
For beer and eat no more.
Why? I haven't eaten any yet.
Nor self, nor till necessity be served.
Of what kind should this cock come off?
Art thou thus the boldened man by thy riches, or else a rude disposer of good manners, that in civility thou seem so empty?
You touch my vein at first. The thorny points of vague distress hearten me the show of civility. But here I am inland bred and know some nurture. But for beer, he dies who touches any of these fruits until I and my affairs have been answered.
And you'll not be answered with the reason I must die.
What would you have? Your gentleness shall force us your more movers to gentleness.
I almost died for food, and let me have it.
Sit down and feed, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently. Pardon me, I pray you. I thought that all the things have been established here, and on a strength contentment, on a strength commandment. But where you are, in this desert, inaccessible, under the shade of melancholy boughs, lost and neglect the creeping over of time. If ever you have seen better days, if ever you have sat at a good man's feast, if ever you have known the holy bells of the church, and to know that this pity is to be pitied, then let my strong, gentle enforcement be, in which hope I blush and hide my sword.
True it is that we have seen better days, and have with holy bell been all to church, and sat at good men's feast, and wiped our eyes of drops that sacred pity hate engendered, and therefore sit you down in gentleness, and command what help we have, that to your wanting may be ministered.
For beer, little whiles, there is a foe I go to find out my foe, and give it a little food, for there is an old poor man, who after me had in the very steps lived in pure love, until he be surprised or pest with two weak evils, age and hunger. I will not touch a bit.
Go and find him out, and we will wish nothing till you return.
I thank you and be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest, we are not all alone and unhappy. This wide and universal theatre presents more woeful pictures than the scene, wherein we, plain,
stage. And all men and women, merely players, they have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his life plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puling in the nurse's arms. And then, the whining schoolboy with his satchel and a shining morning face, creeping like a snail unwillingly to school. And then, the lover, sighing like a furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like a bard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in a fair round belly and good cape and line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut. And so he plays his part. The 6th 8 shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on his nose and pouch on his side. His youthful O's well saved, a world too wide, for his shrunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again to a childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. And the last scene of all, that ends his strange and eventful history, his second childishness and mere oblivion. Son teeth, son eyes, son taste, son everything.
So true. The whole world is a stage, and we are merely players. Life is like a bubble, and each stage of life has its purpose. Now, what would you do if you knew that you had only one day left to live? Similarly, what would you do if you knew that you had only one life to live? Your abilities, your skills, your strengths, your weaknesses, your shortcomings, your mentality, your dreams are all yours. And you will never be able to experience life with any other perspective. Every second, your precious time and life is slipping away into the oblivion. Given that death is the end of all, how have you chosen to find a meaning in your existence? Let's explore the purpose in our existence and bloom where we are planted. A meaningful life does not mean being rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It's all about being real and being able to share ourselves and touch the life of others. It's only then we could live a full, happy, and a contented life. Now let me introduce the participants on the stage and behind the screen. From grade 10, we have Manar. From grade 8, we have Sumant, Aniket, Sami, Aryan, Vasant, Sohan, Ragini, Moneza, Kushi, Maria and Kushi. And on the screen, we have Badiullah as Duke Senior, Ali as Orlando, and from grade 9, Aman Ahmed as Jacques, and from grade 10 again, Mary Patrick as Shakespeare, and me, Vansh Gupta, from grade 9 with a modern outlook.
Wow, that was a gripping mix of words and